20th Century Fox, Darryl F. Zanuck, and the Creation of the Modern Film Studio by Scott Eyman. Quick, name a current head of a movie studio, one of today's movie studios. Back in the glory days of the Hollywood studio system, the men, and they were always men, were just as well known to the public as their A-list stars. They were the tower and dream makers, the king makers, and one of the biggest was Darryl F. Zanuck, who co-founded 20th Century Pictures in 1933. 2 years later, his company merged with Fox Film to form 20th Century Fox, producers of such classics as The Grapes of Wrath, Gentleman's Agreement, and my personal favorite, The Day the Earth Stood Still. The first time I saw that as a kid on TV, major crush on Michael Rennie, a crush that remains to this day. In this new book, New York Times best-selling author Scott Eyman, who has written biographies of such stars as Cary Grant and John Wayne, has done a remarkable job telling the studio's and Zanuck's story, spanning a century worth of film history in a brisk and highly readable 268 pages. You want stars? This book has Marilyn Monroe, Elizabeth Taylor, and others. You want legendary filmmakers at the height of their talents? Right here. Joseph Mankiewicz, Howard Hawks, John Ford, others. But perhaps the most compelling and colorful, and that's only the C's, is Zanuck himself, as feared as he was respected. During Zanuck's tenure, Fox's stock in trade were the splashy Technicolor musicals. Zanuck was savvy enough to produce 60 of them in the 1940s alone. But as Eyman writes, Zanuck was a little embarrassed by them. But he did a lot more than these musicals. He showcased the Nicholas brothers, the prodigiously talented black dancers, and he produced such films as Stormy Weather and No Way Out. In doing so, he was a progressive pioneer in offering opportunities for black artists and telling about race relations. Zanuck would never win a Father of the Year award. He was a workaholic. He was an absentee father. He was pretty much a bad husband, too. His affairs were legendary. With young starlets, he would try to get them in movies. They would always fail. He lost millions. One of them, Genevieve Giles, who is still alive, she's 75, she still looks really good. She was 19 when she began her relationship with the 64-year-old studio head. Still, in the end, he went back to live with his wife at the end of his life. Film buffs will welcome this contribution to Hollywood history, which goes some ways in answering the question, why don't they make movies like they used to? It's because there are no thoroughly invested studio heads like Darryl F. Zanuck.